paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot-bellied goblins are hobbling round, coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went, baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Hey, you're finally woke. You were trying to hop the border, right? Gridded right into that Imperial Mog, same as us. And that beta over there.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, boys? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I forgot I was streaming until very recently. I was very, very busy building my campaign page for the new book, and it was so much more involved than I thought it was going to be. It's like building a website, but it's done with the exception of a few pieces of art, and I hope you guys really like it. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about some stuff today. Thank you, guys. It is a Saturday with the fam-a-lot. I'm finally home. I was in North Carolina for a few days doing the NASCAR awards banquet. A lot of fun going up there. I got a free filet mignon, and it was the first thing I've eaten that was not part of like my core diet food in 3 weeks. It was like 4 ounces, by the way, so it was probably about 300 calories. No carbs, but yeah, it was all right. It was actually not that great. I love my grilled chicken. I have perfected grilled chicken, and by that I mean PDH has, and it's really good. But I was up there, had a lot of fun at the NASCAR awards show. I'll show you guys some pictures from that just for fun, and then we're going to talk about Nick Rekieta posting a new like diary post, which is very interesting. So we're going to go through that, and we're also going to watch the MRBEAST interview. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But the thing I will say about the MRBEAST interview, okay, is the fact that it's the entire interview is the I looked into myself and I've done no wrong kind of thing. Now, granted, he does, speak to all the allegations. So, I'm not saying he's neither wrong or right. I haven't watched it in depth yet. But we'll go through that. Plus, we're going to go through Nick Rekieta and have a lot of fun. And I'm very excited to do that with you guys today. So without further ado, let's get rolling. Oh, by the way, Billy sent a super chat that I got to look at. But first and foremost, I want to show you this nice picture from the awards. The awards ceremony was in this big hall. It was real fun, dude. I had a lot of fun, dudes. A lot of fun. All right, there we go. There we go. I found it. All right. So here's one of the nice pictures from that deal. PDH, me and PDH were up there at North Carolina. A lot of fun on the red carpet. My suit fit pretty well. My mustache looks pretty on point. Had a lot of fun with that. And then there was the actual hall itself, which is really cool. There's like a big hall where all the awards like happened, and it's like this ginormous area. If you can see it, there's just a billion tables and all kinds of stage time and stuff. So a lot of cool, fun stuff that I've never experienced. Had a lot of fun there. Got invited to that this year, and I was very happy with that. So it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that being said, let's continue real quick. Let's hit Billy's super chat. Keep in mind, we're up against the 381st naked snake in a row. 381, somehow 20 away from 400. Let's give a shout out to Billy Hatcher. Billy says, can't wait till the Indiegogo starts this week. It's going to kick ass. Will you be on Ethan's stream when he does it? And why are you talking about Nick again? For fun. And also, thank you, by the way, Billy. I love you. The Indiegogo is, as far as I know, it's going to be on my show. I've reached out to a bunch of people, and no one's responded to anything. And it's been a few days, so I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I'm just going to launch it. Right. So, because I don't want to, I know everybody's busy, so I'm not trying to bother anybody. So it might be up to only y'all to help fund the ride and die. So we'll see what happens. All right. Yeah, Cecil will be on my show. Yeah, Ben. But yeah, getting no one else is really responding, so I will do. I think it's a Gundam will be on, I think, as well. So he's going to come on. So we'll have a lot of fun. All right. Thank you guys so much. Excited. Oh, by the way, I was up at the race shop. Saw all my cars I'm going to be running, the fresh motors. Man, I'm so excited. We are going to have a hot rod at Daytona, a big ass, fat, plump hot rod at Daytona. So do not miss out. It's on Fox, the main channel on cable on Fox. If you want to watch me at Daytona, it's on Fox. If you want to come to the race, here's the deal for you. Real quick. As per usual, Ride and Die, my boys. Ride and Die comes out. All right, it launches Wednesday at noon, I think. It's going to be a 24-hour stream. We'll be featuring a lot of other creators will be on the stream. It's a Gundam, a lot of people. Now's your last chance to sign up for the email list, and you will get an email once it goes live. The reason I say this, obviously, as per usual, is the top tier on the campaign will be a tier that gets every single cover and variant cover, of course, of the book signed by me. You get your name or your business or your YouTube or whatever you want on my car within reason, obviously. We're going to put all that on my car for a whole year, the whole 2025 season, by the way. Whole 2025 season, including Xfinity and trucks. Also, you get VIP tickets to one race of your choosing the entire year. One race. You can show up for free, come hang out with me in the garage, get dinner, all that stuff is included. And you'll get an exclusive Cecil print. And that will be the limited tier on the campaign. It may go in like 10 minutes. It may not. It might not even sell out. I don't really know. I don't really know how the vibe is. I don't know if anybody's interested in this book. I don't even know what I'm doing. Right. So I'm learning this all as I go. I've texted about 100 people asking questions about Indiegogo and what I need to do. And I've never got a response from anyone. So I'm just like, fuck, I guess I'm just going to wing it. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. The cover is looking great. The new cover by Salty is so freaking sweet that it like breaks me. It is the coolest shit I've ever seen. It's right here. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure a lot of you have, but it's right here. Boop, boop, boop. And there it is. And this is the salty variant cover. It's obviously an homage to, Army of Darkness. So, I mean, it's obviously right. So that will be available on the campaign as a variant cover. So don't miss out. I have no idea who the character is based off of. So your guess is as good as mine. All right, here we go. Thank you, Matt himself. I appreciate you, dude. Let's pull it up. Matt says, Mr. Beast, speaking to his allegations, shows he's made shit decisions as a youngin', but understands now how to mitigate them. And also, he isn't the sole decision maker for all the things in this company. I agree with most of that. So he made a lot of mistakes as a youngin', sure. But he understands how to mitigate him. He probably doesn't. He has probably a legal team of 30 people behind him that are quite literally coaching every move. So I doubt he knows what's wrong or right. He knows what's not going to get him in trouble. I don't think personal growth comes from just like age. I know a lot of older people that are dumber and fuck. But he is definitely not the sole decision maker for his company. You're right about that. Anyways, thank you. I love you, Matt. Thank you, dude. We're already a fifth of the way to Naked Snake already. This is crazy. I took off Wednesday, so it helps out a lot, guys. Thank you. Mr. Rob with a super sticker. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, baby. I love you. Blakey T says, speaking of racing, are you going to get play iRacing's NASCAR 25? Much love. Happy Thanksgiving. Maybe. I know I play normal iRacing. I've been enjoying it a lot. The speedway stuff, short track stuff, it's like unplayable for me. I don't know why, but the cars are just so unstable. But I've been doing trucks. I think it was at, not Michigan, it was at Auto Club this week. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Blake. Appreciate you, dude. Blakey T. So if you guys don't know, we've been talking, my nose be running. We've been talking about our buddy Nick Rekieta for a while, and he's been doing these diary entries that I've been reading, and they're pretty interesting. And I figured, I'll read the new one today, and then we'll move on. And we're also going to look at a lot of the responses from people on Twitter, because the Twitter debacle that kind of follows it, which follows every single Nick Rekieta situation, is very interesting. So we're going to cover that as well. And then we're going to go into the Mr. Beast interview. So do all that stuff. So it'll be really, really cool. Brian K says, why aren't you on Flashcast, Brian K? I haven't been on Flashcast in like 2 years, man. Maybe longer. I love Flashcast. I love all my boys. It's just finding the time to do another show. And it happens literally during my show, has always been scheduled. I tried to do it for a while, but it was so conflicting. And there's just so much going on, man. There's just so much going on. It's crazy. Anyways, thank you. All right. By the way, let's pull it up. Let's pull up bullshit. Let's pull up the bullshit. Where's Nick at? Where are you at, Nick? I'm gonna find you. All right. Oh, and by the way, we haven't even talked about the Nick got full custody of his kids back, like bar none, and the case dropped from CPS, which is pretty interesting. We're gonna talk about that too. I totally forgot. I forgot. I was out of town. MGS3 stream when it comes out. Whenever the new one comes out, I'm playing the hell out of it. So that's gonna happen for sure. For sure. Forever. All right. T-Rex says, are you gonna watch the Las Vegas Grand Prix tonight after stream? Also, are you a Lando fan? Not really. I'm more of a Alonso, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Verstappen guy. I don't know. I liked Verstappen before he was beating ass. So I just kind of fell into it. After he won that one race for AlphaTauri or whatever. I think it was AlphaTauri. I can't remember. It's been a while. I became a hardcore fan. And now I'm like, damn, he wins everything now. Lucky me. I'm glad I'm a fan of this motherfucker. He wins everything. It's like being a fan of Gordon in the 90s. You're getting free fun. Thank you, T-Rex. Donna, cool about book launch. 1 ET. Good, because it's before I leave for work, ready to grab a spot. Do not forget, once those 50 spaces are gone, the 50 spaces for the high tier of the book launch, which is you get everything with the exception of a tumbler, because these are going to be on the campaign. These right here will be on the campaign. And they are so high quality that I can't even fathom it. I'm so happy. I've been drinking out. They're so good, man. They're all awesome tumblers. They keep ice for like a week. It's crazy. But anyways, but we're gonna have those, and there's gonna be 3 different ones, but you can only get the other 2 if you buy all 3. So this one will be on here. This is the main one, and then the other 2 are gonna be like the secret ones, but you have to buy the 3-pack to get the other 2. So they're only going to be what size tumbler? Shit, I don't know what size it is. It takes like 2 cups of water. Did I wash the cup? This one's brand new, and yes, it is washed. This one came in today. All right. Anyways, let's continue, boys. We got so much to talk about. So little time. Cougar says, "What happened to the little cars from like a year ago? They were from 8 months ago, from April, and they should be shipping out nowish. I don't know. I haven't looked at them in a while. But they are Ethan's car set. Actually, I'll look for you real quick. Indiegogo. Let's just do heart sick race car. Let's see if that pulls it up. Yeah, it pulls it up. Let me see if I'm sure there's an update on here. La da da da. Updates. All right. B. Anyway, God, how do you find stuff at Indiegogo? Well, this is from 15 weeks ago. I'll ask Ethan. He's in my group chat. I'll ask him because I haven't even thought about it because my brain is melting. All right, here we go. Let's pull up Nick's stuff. By the way, you mad, bro? I'm not picking my nose. God. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just picking my nose. I'm tired of explaining it to people. You know what? I'm just picking my nose, bro. It is definitely not a deviated septum so I can breathe. Who picks their nose like that? Like grabs their fucking nostril. Who does that? What are you picking? I'm picking my skin off. Yeah, I know. But no, from now on, I'm just picking my nose. That is what we're going to go with. All right. So first things first. God, so many people post on Nick's thing. All right. So this was 3 days ago. This was the one from 3 days ago. Let me pull it up and we'll roll with it, boys. We're going to roll with it. Let's all pick on Cody today. Why? Please don't pick on me, man. I ain't got nothing. All right. So first and foremost, if you guys didn't know, for a little bit of context before we jump into the meat of the sauce and the juiciness, Nick was arrested, obviously, in May of this year. I was in Charlotte, quite literally about to get my race car for the Charlotte race at NASCAR. And I looked at my phone and saw a mugshot of Nick's goofy ass face, and I could not believe this shit. I was like, well, I kind of saw this coming, but I also didn't see this coming, right? So a lot of people that knew him, we were like, fuck, well, we figured this was going to happen eventually. So we saw his mugshot. So obviously this leads to a lot of issues. So there was a CPS, Child Protective Services investigation into Nick. Nick lost custody of his kids for a while. He then got custody, like some sort of custody back for a short period of time, like a test. He had to do 3 to 5 random drug tests per week. No issues there, apparently. So lo and behold, he gets his children back. So this is what he posted, which is a good thing. That's a good thing, man. I mean, if you're a parent, that's a good thing. I would want my kids back if I had lost them. So Nick says, today is a good day. Today, our CPS case is closed and full legal custody has been restored to Kayla and me. We have had physical custody of our kids on a trial home visit since early August. But we were still subject to government oversight and intrusion, as well as drug and alcohol testing 3 to 5 days a week. Kayla and I completed outpatient recovery months ago. We have taken so many drug tests, I don't know how to piss without thinking about Brent and how he has to watch. And I do like the fact that Nick, I don't know why I call him Nick Rekieta. I like the fact that Nick completely copied Shawshank Redemption right there. You notice that? That's almost a direct quote from Shawshank Redemption. right? If you know, you know, right? Red said it when he got out of prison. When he was paroled out of Shawshank, he said the exact same thing. He said he did not know how to take a piss without, asking for a say-so or whatever. The looming sword of Damocles, that is the government hanging over your head daily, is oppressive. Being free of it is wildly liberating. Piece by piece, I'm picking up and preparing to rebuild into whatever mosaic life has for me. Thanks for sticking with me. Talk to you soon. So, that is a win. Not for the toe, but for Nick. Not a win for the toe, unfortunately. That's great news, man. It's great news. Regardless of, I know a lot of people either hate him or love him or they're in between, right? I'm not really passionate enough for any of that, but a lot of people fucking hate him, and this is bad news for them because they just want like the worst thing to possibly happen, like possible. And in my opinion, they should want slightly negative things to happen because then you don't get to have fun anymore. I'm doing a thing called perspective taking. I'm trying to put myself in like somebody's situation like that. If something really bad happens and Nick's just gone, you don't get to have fun anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's content is based around hating Nick, so you gotta hope for slightly negative, not like abhorrent, because then you're gonna lose your fun there. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I always feared GameStop would go bankrupt when I first started GameStop or YouTube, and I was gonna run out of shit to talk about. And then I just stopped talking about it one day and it worked out. Bored Gen Xer says, Nick, on X, you have been frustrating. I know you're hurt and angry. I hope you get to heal and get the rest of these issues resolved. I also hope Montecraft loses everything. I'm glad your kid's apparently back home. Nick says, don't know why everyone cares so much about what I tweet. Sorry, friend. That's Nick being intentionally naive and or obtuse. I don't know what you're talking about. Which is something I fucking can't stand. And I'm not saying it's specifically something I can't stand that Nick does at all. I'm saying in general. Like, it's a general personality trait that I fucking hate. Is when something is happening right in front of your eyes and the other person's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Nothing happened. It's fine. I don't know, whatever. I'm just like, you fucking stop. You fucking stop. Hey, Mikey says, as a steel toe guy, will I be welcome here? Yeah. I don't have a problem with steel toe. I know Aaron wants to box me, and he's like flabby and weird. And I'm like, what do you fucking mean? You know how big I am? But no, yeah, dude, totally, man. Welcome, hey, Mikey. The core people in my community are not violent, generally speaking. There's a few of them, like Billy, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyways, sorry, guys. Okay, so they responded. Board Gen Xer says, it's because, believe it or not, you have helped a lot of people. Seeing you in what seems to be a troubling place worries folks. It's not that these people are always critical, it's that they're always concerned. But it is easy to see concern as criticism, especially when dealing with depression issues. I'm guilty of that one myself. Nick says, I can usually see the difference between concern and criticism. I appreciate the concern. The criticism is expected, and I'm only annoyed that people feel the need to go far beyond my actual sins. I effed up hard enough that fiction isn't necessary. And to be completely fair, it's kind of hard to know how Nick effed up because we don't really know. And we probably won't know until litigation's solved, right? We do know he had a girlfriend for this whole time, which he confirmed, which is good. I think that's good. Because that's what I was hoping for a long time. For a very long time during this whole debacle, I was like, man, I wish Nick would just come out and say that he's dating April. That would just make everything easy. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Box some shit. So, yeah, but no, like, that's the issue. Is I'm like, dude, just say it. Just say the shit and get it behind you. And then just fuck it out, take a break, come back and be like, look, dude, I'm a changed person. I went through some bullshit. I made some mistakes. I'm trying to get better. I'm on the road to recovery. Let's have a show and let's have fun. And then just don't stop worrying about people that are, like parasiting off you. And look, I'm not using parasite in like a negative way. I understand that people will EFAP content, watch stuff, react to it as a means to get viewership, as a means for fun for them as well. Yeah, I get it. Dude, I'm doing the shit right now, and I did it with Rich from Review Tech. A lot of, it's just people do things. I have no problem with that. But Nick like directly responds to him a little too often. And I'm like, fuck. Fuck 'em. Now, if they have like a 5 million subs or like 200K sub, that's different. Right? But if it's like a 32 sub fucking guy that's yelling at you, who gives a fuck? Who cares? There's a dude that used to make videos about me all the time, and he had like 1,000 subs. And just every day, like 5 videos about me a day, and I never watched a single one and never mentioned it, never talked about it. Right? Because that's what he would like. He would like me to say something. I'm like, but I don't know you. I don't know you, man. I don't know you. That's my purse. All right, anyways. So catching us up to now, hey, it's Gal. Nick has got his kids back. That's a good thing. Hell yeah. So let's move on. So now we have diary entry number 2. And before I get into diary entry number 2, I have to give like kind of some pet peeves of mine. And it's because I'm stupid. Also, Sean Smooth, my boy. Hey, look at him. You ready, Sean? Are you here? You ready? Oh, big shout out to Elite, my boys. Elite Showers and Closets. One of my big sponsors in NASCAR. Awesome people. Love them. Just good people, man. Good people. All right. Anyways. So here's something I want to put out there. We talk. We've watched Nick stream. And, we've been around Nick in real life. Done a lot of things, right? So when I read these diary entries, and it was like he was trying really, 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 really hard to appear hyper intelligent. It feels super pretentious and condescending. And that is probably not the case. It's just how I feel because I'm not a smart man. I am not an intelligent person. Therefore, when I see overt like writing, look, I read sometimes. And it's kind of hard to even like read through Nick's diary entries because they're so like filled to the brim with like words you don't often see and like sentence structure you don't often see as a means to just appear hyper intelligent. And I'm just like, ugh. Ooh. I don't know. It's just I'm stupid. It's one of those things. I don't like that. Just talking away, everybody fucking can read. Hey man, had a good day. Here's how I'm feeling about today. Some of it's way too like as I walk through the valley of, I can't even fucking give a good example. It's just too much. I look inside myself and it's as 3 senses waft over me. I can't even give you a good example, boys. Anyways, Juicy Booch. Thank you, dude. We're a fifth of the way to Naked Snake tonight, by the way, already. Make sure you like the stream, though. That's very, very, very important. Also, I don't even think I post a link to my book sign-ins. I'm going to post a link. Here's the link before we start. All right. Because last chance to sign up for it, boys. Because we're launching next Wednesday at noon, 24-hour stream. It's the Warhammer fan in him. Maybe. Okay. Good looking out. Here we go. So this is wait, no, that's the wrong post. Here's the diary entry from Nick. We're going to read through this big old fat ass diary entry. Where is it at? All right, here we go. Here we are. Just start every sentence with perhaps. Sean, my trip was long and arduous. All right, here we go. Here's the next diary entry from a few hours ago. Oh my God. It says, Dear Diary, I've been thinking a lot about David for a while. David is a walking dichotomy. I hate him. I don't like his character. He's speaking of King David from the Bible, right? I hate how he's venerated and his sins are ignored. I'm going to go ahead and Google venerated. Venerated means respected. Okay. I hate this is going to be a lot of the words in this entry here. I hate that his obviously brutish behavior is excused. He exploited so many people with the quiet threat of violence. He took what he wanted. He killed or ordered killed those who stood in the way of his birthright, his ambition, or his mere wants. David is a bad man. He's a bad man. And a lot of you are probably asking yourself, is it like diary stuff for women? Yes. Anyways. Anyways, we're a red boy from a rainbow knot, by the way. All right, let's continue. Isn't diaries for women? Yes. Yes, it is. Perhaps, hey, we're on it. We're doing it. Yet, the more I think of this story, the more I see myself. And I have watched a lot of, Nick's Bible streams, right? Where he talks about the Bible. And I feel like Nick always is talking about himself, but he's basically comparing himself to like characters in the Bible, right? That's kind of what I'm getting from this. He is comparing himself to King David. We need Cody's diary. You wouldn't want to see that. Poetic Artifact says, it's Garrett. I haven't visited in a while, but been posting guitar videos for my channel and just having more fun with music. Garrett who? Garrett who, man? Can't just say Garrett. How long has it been? What was your previous name? What are you doing? All right, sorry. Garrett. Anyways, the more I think of his story, the more I see myself. David suffers from a capacity problem from the reader's standpoint. Most of us are not a king who can have a man killed to hide our infidelity. We look at the audacity of murder and it forces us to overlook the infidelity. Fidelity is, I think, the hardest thing to maintain for honest adults. Fidelity is faithfulness and support in all circumstances. Now, we mitigate infidelity in so many ways. Not actually having sex, having a hall pass or permission, or pretending that it is limited to mere sexuality in the first place. See, this is where it starts to get like I'm like, damn, this is kind of hard to read. There's like unironic colons and semicolons and shit. Squid! Nick calling it Dear Diary post is super gay. Also, it's super gay. He compares his sins and actions to David. Everything's gay. I like this guy. We need to just accept hookers and blow. We're bad and move on. Are they really that bad? Are they really that bad? Now, look, I will just say, and I love it. By the way, I love you, Skid. Skid. I love you, Skid. Old Skid. Thank you for your orange boy. You're helping a boy out. I'll just say that acid, right? Acid. It's acid. Here's the issue. Acid doesn't appear on a drug test. I'm just saying. Also, doing too much acid melts your brain and makes you like think you're a philosopher. You know what I'm saying? That's just my theory. Lisa says it's not your imagination. Nick tries very hard to appear to be the smartest guy on the planet. It's irritating as hell to read some of the shitty rides. Love you, Cody. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna really enjoy my book. Because imagine, Lisa, me writing something. And that's exactly what it is. I looked over in the corner and saw giant tits and was like, damn, look at those tits. Those are giant tits. That's like my book. That's how my book reads. As the demon bitch attacked me, I put my shotgun up to her face. I looked down and noticed her glorious tits. I said one word, shame, and pulled the trigger. That's how my book reads. Thank you, Lisa. Rabbit in the hole says, Cody, you need a Rush senior car to practice road course. Only 28 grand. Seen a vid. Think it's possible for a broke ass. Check it out. A Rush senior car? I don't know what that is. But I don't know when I would have time to practice that shit. Like, dude, I don't know when I'd have time to practice road course stuff. We have a road course car this year dedicated. So I might try to figure out something. Go hop in somebody's car and run about 1,000 laps somewhere. See what we can figure out. Thank you, Rabbit Hole. The Squid says, listen, hookers and blow are amazing, but overindulgence is bad. He doesn't know when to stop. Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. 100% right there with you. Thank you, baby. A third of the way to Naked Snake, by the way. Shut up, Big Red. Appreciate you. Squid with 2 orange boys back to back. All right, anyways, let's continue. I agree, Lazy Ryan. Your relationship is probably not solely defined by sex, so neither can fidelity be so limited. I know my own infidelities are myriad, and almost none of them involve sexuality in any way. Let's Google myriad. Myriad is... There are multiple matches for myriad, including a word. What is myriad? What the fuck is myriad? Oh, definition of myriad. Here we go. Both numerous and diverse. Okay. So it's just a lot. A lot. Many. I gotta say, man. Just don't put this in here. Look, all of the rest is fine, whatever. But man, come on. Don't put this sentence in here because you're going to piss everybody off when you're like, almost none of my infidelities at all is me fucking bitches. It is, but that's worse because that means there's a lot more things that are going on, right? You know? If it's not just him clapping pissers, it's a lot of other stuff. Oh, Nick, you goofy Willie. You goofy bastard. All right. So he's saying right here, almost none of his infidelities involve sex in any way, shape, or form. This, I feel like, is a lie. All right, anyways. But we always want an excuse. We need excuses because we cannot kill our problems like David could. David's status gave him the capacity to sin bigger than us. David's originating sins are the same as any mere man or woman. That's the value of the character, and that's the message. So here we go. Oh, fuck. I don't want to read the rest of it. Anyways, all right. I read a little bit further. God's love of David transcends his immense capacity to sin audaciously before the Lord. The message is not that David is so special, rather that David's sins are the mere extrapolation of our own when unshackled by the restriction of our status. All right. I'm going to go ahead and you need to read that drunk shit. I'm going to go ahead and predict. That this is an attempt at a flex. I'm gonna say this is an attempt at flexing. And after everything, why flex? After everything that has happened, why flex? Why? Like, why? Because what he is saying here is he is saying David's capacity for doing fucked up shit was so high because he had access to everything because he was just that fucking great and rich and powerful. And Nick is saying, David is me because I am also rich, charming, and powerful, and you are all pleb-ass bitches. And that's why I fell victim to all of this, is because I'm so rich and awesome and you suck. is what this is about to say. How the word myriad is already a flex. Yes. 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 Right. Well, redneck hipster. Yeah, good point. All right, here we go. Redneck hipster. Where is he at? So redneck hipster says, I don't think it's a flex at all. He's saying we're all fucked up if we're given the opportunity. No. I disagree. I completely disagree with this. We all do fucked up shit if we have the opportunity. I don't think that's true at all. A year ago, I had more money than I could even fathom before I started racing. You know what I'm saying? Rip. But before I was racing, I had a lot of money. I could have done a lot of fucked up shit. I did none of those things. I flew around and like drank a little and met up with people and I did conventions, which was fun. You know, I did appearances at conventions. That's it. So I don't necessarily agree that every single person with just like money will just destroy, like just fuck just do everything bad possible. I don't think that is accurate, right? Because there's a lot of people out there that are well off and successful and they don't got 5 different drugs and they're safe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I get the idea behind it, obviously. When given the opportunity, there are people out there that'll do some fucked up shit. I don't think all people are corrupt. You know, I've been at spots in my life where I had several $100,000 in my savings account, and all I did was I bought an R8 and then drove it once in a while. That's how I splurge, and then I sold it. You know. Thank you, Redneck Hipster. But you bring up a great point, Hippie Craig. You done the most of your transgressions when you were younger with no money, just using Tinder. That is true. That is 100% true. Yeah. So that's the issue. And I've talked about this like in private with just normal daily people like in my life. I feel like when you finally start to regularly have sex with women, if you've not got that out of your system at a young age, like I was 26, 27, when I went through my Tinder freaking tear. And then it got really boring after like a year and a half. So I started focusing on my passions like guitar. I wrote a whole album. I recorded it, produced it, released it. I started YouTube. I started racing. I started all that. I feel like if you go a little bit too long, like you get completely consumed by that shit. So thank you, AJ. I love you. You know what I'm saying? There's no greater transgression than crapping in a girl's parents' driveway. Yeah, well, you know, stuff happens. Anyways, stuff happens, man. Okay, Jesus. A third of the way a naked snake, by the way. Let's continue. But that's the point. That's what we're getting into. Is the Tinder escapades were innocent? Well, yeah, I just smash bitches. I don't really understand. Yeah, the coke and swinger is a little bit more crazy, I guess. But yeah, I wouldn't be. I'm not really interested in any of that, you know. But I'm not. Everybody's different. Hey, that's seen as a marriage proposal in some countries. My God. My God. All right, let's continue. Make sure you like the stream, by the way. We're almost to the goal. Okay. Here we go. I hate David because I am David. I hate me. I hate my sins and my failures. I hate my infidelities. I hate when I have killed to get my way. I hate the result of all my choices being a shattered state. I hate that there isn't anyone else to blame. So that's good. That's good. So, hey, it's all good, I guess. It's all good. We sin within our capacity. We fell bigger than we knew our capacity to be. The scariest part is always just wondering when the storm is finished so you can go outside and start picking up the pieces. God's message is that he was there before the storm, protected you during the storm, and will help you clean up after. Even though you flapped your stupid wings hard enough to create the storm in the first place. This is good. Like this last little part is good. I don't like the implication that every single person you know, every single person given the opportunity of like rich and like bitches will just do drugs and spiral. I don't think that's true. But that being said, this is a lot of this is self accountability at the very end. At least my sons have not raised armies against me yet. I still have that on David. So can't read that. So that's the diary entry. And this created a big stink on Twitter because, you know, a lot of people were like, why is Nick, you know, basically being extremely biblical? And then Nick was like, there's nothing biblical about my post. And I'm like, God damn it, Nick. You know what they're saying, man. Jamie's Crown says that's not what Nick is saying. What is Nick saying, Jamie's Crown? The squid, the language was invented to woo women, not put them to sleep. Come on, Nick. Quit trying to flex on the gays on the internet that don't like you. Yeah. I agree. Thank you, Squid. I appreciate you, baby. I love you, Squid. Appreciate you, Squid. Squid is like going hard on Orange Boys, trying to single-handedly get me to Naked Snake. Thank you, Squid. I appreciate that. But at any rate, I'll scroll down. See some of these comments. Beep. Damn, I read all that and I'm gay now. It happens. Oh, people are just starting to do poetry and shit in here. Rage, hey, it's freaking Rage. Says part of forgiveness is moving on. It's definitely a lesson you needed, but if you dwell on it, it'll consume you. He says waiting for a chance to move on, basically. Fucking Koof. Classic Koof. Leafy Bug says, thank you, Nick. I think of you often. That's sweet. Here's Real Dragon Lady. Let's read her entry. Real Dragon Lady says, to be better than David, you have to see and admit your shortcomings to more than just yourself. You have to be honest and not fall back on doublespeak. There can't be any but, only acceptance, repentance, and amends. I wish you luck. For myself, I just can't figure out why, if you were going to do the complete opposite of the things you said on stream, did you ever bring them up at all to begin with? That's my hang up. All right. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, Grifty is in here grifting. Heads exploding in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna move to the Twitter threads. The Twitter threads. Oh my God, that get crazy. Degenerate says, I like your name, Degenerate. Degenerate says a lot of people can do drugs and party and continue to be functional people. The problem is that Nick had nothing else other than that. Yeah. Okay. So that's actually a great point. I know it sounds ridiculous, right? But it's a great point. So, because I have friends that are like highly professional people. I live in like a highly professional town. I am the least professional person I know, by the way. But a lot of my friends are like really entrenched in engineering and actual science and shit. Like they wear actual lab coats. It's weird. What's up, Flynn's Nest? So I'm like, damn. Anyways. So they will do their engineering for months and months. They'll have PTO, and then they'll fly to like Colorado or fly to Illinois or fly to New York or something to that case. And then they'll do like acid and drink. They'll do acid once. They'll drink a couple days. They do some Molly. They'll go to a show and have a good week and, have fun. And then they come back home and then they don't do anything for like 6 months, and they just can't. And then they're going to fly to Tennessee or drive to Tennessee, and they're going to do like dabble in this, and this, have a good few days, come home, resume life, right? And these people are violently rich, by the way, that I know. So a lot of people can totally dabble in that, and it doesn't affect anything. And I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. Now, myself, I'm not much of a drug guy. I've tried things a long time ago, and they always make me freak the fuck out. I always feel paranoid and weird, so I just stopped doing everything. Plus, I have to, because when you're in racing, you can't do that shit. So, But I don't really see it as a hyper negative if somebody dabbles like once in a while, and controls it very, very well. But that's the issue is, it apparently just got really, really bad. And you have to know when to turn that shit off and get back to your work life or your relationship life or your kids' life, stuff like that. And the way you do that is through different passions. Like Degenerate saying, you have to have passions. People without passions, and by passions, I mean actual legitimate interest, not reading, Carrie. Let's concede and say reading is an interest. Apparently, me reading the chat's an interest. That being the case, you can't really dive into reading enough to keep you out of falling into the overt boredom, right? And that's the issue. Real passions. That's what you need. And you're probably right, Degenerate. I don't really know, but you're probably right. Thank you. By the way, like the show. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. And we are farmers about a third of the way to Naked Snake. Cody forgets about my gardening. Shut your ass. Wasn't Nick always backed by some inheritance money from his grandpa? He got a law degree, never practiced professionally. I don't know. I actually don't know. What's up, Jenna? How you doing, Jenny? I broke, play music, and do no drugs, and still broke. Well, you know how it happens. It happens to the best of us, my friend. It really, really does. All right. So let us come over here. We're going to go and find the actual Twitter threads. Because the Twitter threads are very interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. There's a big wreck. Everybody be done. All right. Cool. All right. Tug has confirmed he's going to be on my show, the 24-hour launch show. Good to go. All right. So, Rekieta Law. So let's see if he deleted anything. Okay, he didn't. All right, cool. So here's the Twitter threads. Gosh, why am I about to sneeze? Jesus. Oh, fuck. All right. Let's look at the threads. Oh, by the way, I know this is unrelated, but I'm almost 20 pounds down from the start of my cut. About to break into the 180s and then the 170s, and then I'm going to call it a day before we go to Daytona. So, all right, here we go. So, Baldo news. All right, so we already covered the actual diary entry itself. But Baldo News Network says Rekieta Law is back on his amateur theologian grift with a seemingly biblical justification for murdering Aaron Amholt. I don't really see that, but yeah. I didn't make that connection about murdering Aaron, but yeah. Nick, get to your local pharmacist and top up on your lithium pills. When he says killed for what he wanted, I mean, if he was referring to Aaron, he was probably referring to breaking the relationship up, not literally killing him. I could be reading that wrong. But Nick did respond to this. Okay. Nick did respond to this, and this is what he said. This is what him saying. Says this is nothing to do with Aaron Dummy, which I kind of think. Now, I think a lot of his actions, like the subtle flexes, are probably, it probably isn't hurting his feelings for that Aaron could see it, but probably not literally aimed at him. There's no theology in that post. I'm neither a pastor nor a theologian, and I have never claimed to be. Good job getting all of it wrong. The Bible, without a doubt, is the most macabre and spiritual comforting historical complication. I wish I knew these things. I've just never been religious. I don't really get it, but amen. People asking about the body cam footage. This guy said, Matthew Sablam says, how dare people read some theological or religious meaning into a text discussing God's message, God's love, the wages of sin, our capacity for sin before the Lord, etc. It's just wild. Anybody would think, I wonder if he means something about God and all this God talk. That's exactly what I was thinking. And it's nothing like negative, but like when I said nothing about this was biblical, I'm like, what do you mean? That's like mentioning the Titanic sinking like 8 times in a thing, and then saying my post was not about the Titanic at all. Alex, hey, Revenge of Netherrealm. Nick can't seem to catch a break. Well, I mean, he didn't really do any. I don't think he really did anything overtly wild or wrong here. He just made a post, you know, which is kind of fun to read. As far he's just existing right now, you know what I'm saying? So, you're not actually a lawyer either. People exaggerating a lot. Monica says you're no David. Your grandiose narcissism makes you think you are. You're one of the gluttonous fools of hedonism. Sodom and Gomorrah giving into all immediate desires because you can, and for you that means you should. I feel like that's a very, very harsh thing that's kind of true. You know, it's harsh as fuck. Well, that's kind of true. You know. Nate T says David was a bad man that repented immediately after serious sin, while having an immaculate track record with God nearly his entire life up to that point. David humbly acknowledged God and his own failures each time. You are as close to David as the sunrise is to the sunset. Nick responded, cool. And it's probably because he's that guy. He kind of like, yeah, fuck. You know, I feel like when Nick's kind of backed into a corner and he's like, fuck, he'll just say, cool. Shit. Fuck. This guy's kind of right, I guess. Oops. These are too long. Hey, Tug Simp is over here. Baldo washing. What are you doing, Baldo washing, Tug Simp? Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Fuck. Help. Poet says, you're just a drug-induced narcissist. Having a bad year. Should at this point, almost all your problems of your own making. Get offline, get clean. I missed Rekieta 4 years ago. The route you're taking, I expect to find out you've died in prison the next year or two. A little harsh. Little harsh. All right, anyways. A little harsh. Oh, man. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Moving on. Who's this guy? Nova. God, I'm about to, dude, I don't know what. I might be allergic to streaming because I'm starting to freaking feel sneezy. All right, let's move on. We got more. We got more here. But first, I can't breathe. Here we go. T Chatter says, didn't he visit hedonism? I can't read today. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Melissa says, every Bible story is meant to apply to our lives. So using David's story to draw how easily one can fall is not narcissistic. The people attacking you claiming to know the Bible need to log off. I don't know anything about the Bible. So there's that. But that being said, I think the condescension, narcissism, and pretentious nature is coming from the structured message itself and not actually like the subject matter, right? And it depends on who you are and how you read into it, right? So when I like read a lot of stuff and how it's written, like when you know the person, and this is just me speaking from like the hip, When you know a person and how they carry themselves, how they act, how they speak, how they walk, you know, all that stuff, and then they write something that's very, very carefully curated and over the top that doesn't sound anything like the actual person, is when I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know, and I think that's kind of what people read into. That's what I read into, although it may not be true. That's just what I read into, right? As far as Bible, as far as the actual David story or whatnot, I think specifically drawing parallels to, you know, David is a king and has all this opportunity to sin, and I think it's kind of the overt distinction drawn where I am also a king. That's probably going to piss people off, right? Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm trying to speak from like a normie perspective. So people, because a lot of people now look, there's an actual study based in this, and the study talks about how about it's like something of 50 or 60% of the population are not capable of perspective taking, right? And I'm very, very thankful that I am, because it allows you to kind of think realistically about a situation instead of just hating or not hating a situation, like black and white thinking. So I'm trying to speak from why would somebody be upset at this, right? Not why I am upset at it. Why would somebody be upset at this? Or why would somebody not be upset at this? That's kind of how I like to look at things, right? But I think a lot of people are just like overt defend or overt hate because they don't know how to perspective think. You know, I like to think, why would this fucking hater say this crazy shit? That's kind of like what I would like to think. And sometimes there's not an answer, you know. Jenny with a big fat red boy. Oh my God. Jenny says, here you go. $100 super chat getting us 160 from Naked Snake. Jenny, oh my God. Thank you, baby. I love you. It's a rainbow night, everybody. Congratulations. Jenny got us there with the rainbow. And don't forget, though, she's the first and the only red boy, but Billy has thrown down the gauntlet. More for the snake. Thank you so much, Billy. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. You guys are goated. You guys are goated. Thank you, Billy. All right, let's continue. Billy and Jenny going hard for you, boy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, my God. Melissa says there's a difference in how people who are Christian react to the post and those who pretend to be do. People who are Christian and have studied would not have been posting nasty messages on X. Maybe and maybe not. See, that's the issue with perspective taking is there are people that will post nasty shit no matter what happens. Know what I'm saying? Right. Deadfish says, I disagree. I think religious people are the most cruel people on earth. I don't agree with that. But let me breathe in my nose. Sorry, guys. All right. I don't agree. Now, have I met religious people who are very nasty people and use the fact that they are religious or often go to church as a excuse to treat other people poorly because they already did their good deed? 100%. I've met people like that. I don't agree that that's all religious people, obviously. Or even a large portion. I know a lot of religious people that are cool as fuck. So, Deborah, alcoholism is a progressive disease, a wet brain. You know what? Wet brain is exactly what I feel when I'm hungover. So I agree, Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. God, Jesus, man, I'm dying. Can you guys stop being cringe in the fucking chat, please, Jamie and fucking Redneck Hipster? Jesus. We're having a honest conversation. You guys are like, I agree with your analysis that is agreeing with my point. It's like, bro, no one's mad at you. It's all good, baby. All good. Just fucking be normal. Just yes, I agree. Thank you for affirming my belief in the chat. It's like, bro, it's fine. Nerd. Nerds. All right. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, guys. We're getting too caught up in the theological talk, the biblical talk. All right. Where is it at? Here it is. Okay. So Blue Dog Democrat says, I just remember him saying that he has or had it. And this is referring to Nick having ASPD, antisocial personality disorder. But we know that he has that compulsion to do the opposite just for doing the opposite's sake. This guy purposely accelerated his drinking just because people were telling him to slow down. Unbelievable. I don't necessarily think that's the truth. I think he always drank heavily. Right? We need ray gun updates. She retired, bro. It's over. And Rekieta said, you fucking dummy. You fucking dummy. Fuck all these biggity bitch boys. I like that. Is it true you no-showed April's speeding ticket court date? What is this? Lose your license control. Now, look, I don't know what's going down there, and I have several theories about this. And the only reason I say this is because I have not peeked my eyes into that life. So I don't know. But there's a lot of weird things. And also, I'm not going to discount everything Keanu said the other day. I'm also not going to give credence to all of it. But she did say some alarming stuff like that April implied she was kind of like trapped and didn't have access to anything and didn't know what to do and kind of wanted a way out. And Nick kind of implied that Nick wasn't letting her leave and she was afraid. Though that's some weird shit. And I don't really know what to think about it. Right? And not showing up to the court date thing, blah, blah, blah. All this talks of manipulation and control. How does that work? Right? How does that work? It's very interesting stuff. And I don't want to speak on it too much because I don't know. As far as I know, as a friend, that Nick was never that way in any shape or form. Right? So, but it's interesting theories. So I think Kiki was wrong about him missing a drug test. Well, probably because the CPS case was dropped. So you're probably right. That's kind of what I read into that too. Hey, Sonia. Yeah, I'm definitely allergic to streaming. We are 160 from Naked Snake, by the way. Real quick, before you continue, we have a lot to talk about, by the way. We've been going hard today, haven't we? Fun stream, guys. I missed you guys Wednesday. I really did. I really wish I would have just stayed and hung out with you guys, but got to do stuff to make appearances. Had to go to the shop. Had to do a lot of stuff. If you guys don't know, where am I? What am I thinking about? Where am I? I forgot what I was talking about. The sneeze grows in power. Alexander Chavez. I know somebody with that last name. All right. Here we go. Here's the link to my Indiegogo. It's the pre-sale, pre-sign up. It is free to sign up. Give it some love. Give it some love. Multiple options, AJ. Give it some love. This is free to do. There's over, I think there's 1,300 people signed up for it so far. Make sure you keep your ears peeled because, yes, I did that on purpose. I like saying that, you bastards. It's in my book too. Don't forget, there's going to be a highly limited tier for you to come to my race next year. One race of your choosing. It does not matter what race. You get in for free. You get to hang out with me in my garage next to my race cars, next to the crew, talk to everybody, meet all the people. Of course, there's NASCAR drivers everywhere if you are into that. Free food, free everything. You get to hang out in the infield, drink, and watch me race, sit on my pit box, put a headset on, listen to me scream on the radio. VIP experience. Plus, you get all the covers signed by me, 3 of them, Salty Biz and Ricardo Jaime. Also, you get an exclusive piece of art done by Cecil, and you're going to get a free t-shirt that is exclusive to this campaign. That is all going to be included in that tier. By the way, my Cyberfrog helmet will be available on the campaign. It is signed by Cecil, Ethan Van Sciver. It has sketches on it. It is going to be very expensive. I'm just putting it out there because I have to buy another one. Plus, it's a full-fledged NASCAR helmet, and it's still legal. But I have to buy another one. So they're over $2,000 to get legal for NASCAR. Plus, you have to get a helmet, the right helmet with all the ports and shit. So it'll be available on there. Plus, my Frog fire suit will also be available. I raced in like 12 races with it, including Talladega. It'll be on the campaign as well, signed by me. All signed by me. These are one of. There's only one of these per item. And then the VIP tickets with all the extra goodies will be limited to 50. 50. I had more than 200 people come to my races this year. This is limited to 50. There you go. Give it some love. All right. Thank you. Mr. Blackstar says, Biden stole the rest of my money. Here's $2. That son of a bitch. That son of a bitch. Thank you so much, Blackstar. Appreciate you. All right. Let's continue. Nick is one of the greatest giver of toast on the fly. He is. I agree. All right. I just hope all things work out and we get the old Nick back and he streams and does a good job. Because I think he is talented at it. I mean, obviously he built a following. So, Sean! So I think I really look forward to that. I really, really do. Make sure you like the stream, bitches. All right, let me stop sharing that so I can look at my DMs. Gotta look at my DMs, boys. All right, confirmed on the 24-hour stream Wednesday. By the way, keep your ears peeled. Wednesday is my 24-hour Ride and Die launch stream. If it changes, I will announce it. That is the tentative a launch. I don't know if Ethan suggests doing it on his channel for like 5 hours before that. I will do that as well. But that's the tentative launch. So letting you know. Royal Wee! I did a big coom today, then laughed and cried. Same. I really didn't. I'd like to, though. Thank you, Royal Wee. I appreciate that. I really would like to. All right, boys. Let us continue. Let us continue, please. Where am I? Where am I? Where'd I go? All right. Oh, Admirable says, what you're failing to understand is there is no old Nick. The douche canoe we know as Nick has always been a douche canoe. Money doesn't change people. It shows us who they are. Let me speak on this. I don't know if I agree because I've known Nick for a long time. And he was always cool as fuck. Always thoughtful. Always holding up his end of whatever you'd say you'd do. You know. So God, my hair is getting worse and worse. So I don't know. Now you may be right about that. Maybe he just needed the opportunity to express his real desires. But I can't really speak and say he was a shit ass because he was always cool as fuck to me. And he's still cool to me to this day. I cover this stuff and I'm not always positive. Although everybody says I am. Yeah, they definitely don't watch. But that's fine. It doesn't bother me. The issue is he knows I do this, and Nick knows when I say stuff negative, and he still supports me and doesn't yell at me, and you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to agree overtly with that. Royal Wee says, is that saying you need my help? Yes. I need help with the big coom, bro. The big coom, bro. Help with the big coom. By the way, don't miss out. These tumblers will be on the campaign exclusively. And they are so high quality that it's kind of blowing my asshole out. They are so nice. They're really nice, man. All right. There's a before and after Rittenhouse. He thought he was invincible after that. No, and you're probably accurate, right? You're probably accurate. I mean, that does happen. And I wish I got that feeling. I wish I was capable of feeling super confident about things because I am always nervous. Like about this launch, for example, this book launch, I have never been more nervous about anything in my life. I almost throw up when I think about this book launch. I get sick to my stomach because I'm so afraid that nobody gives a fuck and it crashes and burns and I'm just in debt. You know, because I don't know about you guys, but artists are expensive. Like $20,000 expensive. Right? But I have a tendency to go all out when I do things. That's why I am where I am today. And it doesn't always work out. I almost went bankrupt last year. I got to race full-time in NASCAR, but almost lost everything. So, you live and learn. So I just really, I'm just nervous, man. I'm really nervous about it. And I wish I was fucking confident, but I'm not. But I'm excited. I'm excited and cautiously optimistic. So please consider, if you can, back it 10 times. Get 10 copies of the book and give it to your friends, your family, your local libraries, local comic book shops. Do everything you can to support your boy, because this is gonna be a big thing for me. So I appreciate you guys. Jenny, by the way, with $100 super chat. For the love of thy book, ride and die. Juan. Another red boy from Jenny. Baby back ribs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate that. You are the GOAT. You are the man. You are the man, the myth, the legend, right? Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you. I hope you come to one of my races this year. Make sure you get that VIP race thing so I can see you. I love you. Thank you so much. Jenny's so good to me, man. Thank you. All right. Let us continue. Jenny going strong. We're now a 40 away from Naked Snake. Damn, boys. Damn. I love you, Jenny. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Basically, here's how it goes. If we sell out of those tiers, the VIP tiers, the book has made its investment back, and I break even. So that's what I'm kind of looking for, and then we'll see what happens after that. Maybe I can buy a set of tires with a couple of them. I see you, Tristan. All right, here we go. Let's continue. I'm gonna hold on. Let me so let's talk about Mr. Beast a little bit. Oof. Let's talk about Mr. Beast a little bit. There was an interview with Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast tackled every allegation that was going wrong. And now everybody's saying our boy Dogpack is cooked. Cooked, to tell you. So here, let us pull them up and let's talk about them, because this is some spicy ass shit. So we're going to see what happens. American Horse says, what is Naked Snake? You will find out in $40. Roughly speaking. Thank you, Poetic Artifacts. Appreciate that, buddy. Garrett, I love you. Garrett. Yes, I'm vaping. I vape while doing my diet because it really helps. And I'm already down 20 pounds, 15 more to go, and we'll be ready for NASCAR, just like last year. I gain weight fast, man. By June, I'll be 200 again. I always am. But at least I get a picture of my abs every year. Yeah, it's like contagious, Brian, isn't it? Jenny with an orange boy for the snake. Yeah. Thank you, baby. Appreciate that. Hiller from Kentucky. You think all that weight you lose from cancer because of that vape? Oh, dude, I'm looking forward. Amphetamines work better than nicotine. I race in NASCAR. You can't do any of that shit. I know we're joking, but nah, you can't do that shit in NASCAR, man. I got a drug test in like 3 weeks, I think. So, and also I don't really enjoy any of that stuff. You know. Thank you, Jenny. We love you. Literature devil. Yes. TLDR, White Guy McGee. Oh, well, Nick's been posting Dear Diary updates, and I've been reading through them, kind of analyzing them from a normal dumbass guy perspective. So that's kind of where we're at. But now we got to talk about Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast tackled every allegation, and we're going to read them, and we're going to have some fun. Or we're going to watch them, sorry, and we're going to have some fun here. So, and I'm going to talk about them. Okay. I'm going to talk about them. Okay? All right, cool. Jack me off. All right, boys. All right. Here we go. Oh, before I start, I always forget to mention this, but it's very important. I'm locking up my last 25K and 50K spots. Yes, that's dollars. For the NASCAR 2025 season. If you have a company or your parents, your uncle, or somebody has a company that would like to get involved in NASCAR, just DM me or email me. Because it's a really cool deal. We had a lot of crazy shit last year happened, and we're partnered with Tim Pool, Auburn Designs, Elite Shower and Closets, Public Square. We have 2 more that are coming in, and then we're going to have almost no spots left. So make sure you get in before the middle of December or you're boned, because we are going hard this year. It's been really cool. Last year was stressful. This year, it looks like it's going to be a cakewalk, and I'm really happy. Plus, we have a brand new engine, brand new car, brand new everything for Daytona. Get ready, boys. We're going hard. All right, let's go. Yeah. All right, boys. First things first. Mr. Beast is likely suing Dogpack. I know I've had videos about this in the past, but he's likely suing Dogpack. It looks like it's coming down, and it's coming down fast, boys. Coming down fast. Let's cover it. If you didn't know, now you know. Elmore, yes, sir. If you didn't know, Mr. Beast has been under fire for a long time. Allegations from our boy Dogpack left, right, and center for the last couple of months without Mr. Beast really responding. Well, Mr. Beast has responded now. We're going to dive right into it so you can take a little gander into the world of drama and excitement. Let us look at the first video. Here is our boy, Mr. Boost. You guys ready? You ready for Mr. Boost? Money. Money. Cody is often featured in this Reese's Sweet Move of the Race. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, 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 sir. Gordon G says, fake Christian. I am not a Christian. So change it to, you say Baldo Washer, fake Christian, slow driver. Change it to Baldo Washer, fake accent. That's better. Slow Christian. No, fuck. Sorry, hold on. Baldo Washer, fake accent, slow driver. That's better. That'd be better. Tristan says, naked snake, bitches. Oh my God, he's on fire. We're $3 away. I'm sorry I didn't give you exact math. I love you, Tristan. I appreciate you, too. Oh my word. Slow Christian. Well, I guess that's true. I'm kind of a slow Christian. What's up? That's not really true. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm not on my game today.
Are you going to sue Dogpack?
Well, there's tons of examples of him intentionally manipulating things to not be true and posting it online. Tons and tons and tons of that. Soggy has basically an hour and 27-minute video, and an hour of it is just flat out proving manipulation and lies, and caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had people pull out millions of dollars and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And don't worry, I instantly was like, can you send that in writing? So, if I win a case or anything, I can directly point damages. No reason why. And so, I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably going to have to. I mean, it's just, I mean, what do you do if someone's just spreading misinformation about you and, just causing harm to your business and like getting it to the point where you might have to potentially fire people because it's costing you so much revenue? It's like, it's not fair to the people in my companies. You know what I mean? It's just sad.
I will say that I guess it's basically a corporate company now, but Mr. Beast makes so much money that it's unfathomable. Like, you're gonna have to fire people because you're only making $600 million a month. Like, I don't understand what this is. Now, to be fair, to continue investor support, you have to have year-over-year increases. So that makes sense.
Sad, it's not a thing I take joy in, but
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So, yes.
They're not done drafting it up, but once they're done, more than likely, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
I
That's,
mean, every law firm I've talked to, they're like, this would be the easiest win they've ever seen in their life. I mean, it's like crazy. I had one tell me like you could chop up all the evidence into like 3, sue 3 separate times and win all 3 cases because you would have enough for each. Like, one person I was talking to, he's won like 67 out of his last 70 cases, and he's like, "This would be literally the easiest case I've ever done." Like it's because there's just so much blatant, misinformation and lies spread. Like, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just go watch Sagi's video. Go look at his Twitter where he's redacted multiple ones of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what are you going to sue for? Because is it for damages? I don't know. It would be better to make a statement and not monetarily. As Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast is huge, right? He makes ungodly amounts of money. Sue him to get him to retract all the statements and make an apology. That would be a good win, right? I don't know if monetarily does anything other than just destroys fucking talkback for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? My Spirit Here says story of David is like Freebird of the Bible. Most soul-searching bad boys end up relating to David. They'll find accountability in the past to forgiving themselves, and that's a real Freebird. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you, My Spirit Tears. I appreciate that. By the way, we're officially at Naked Snake. Oh! Thank you, man. Appreciate your spirit. Thank you, dude, so much, my friend, and thank you for that enlightening super chat. Appreciate that, Doug. Donna says a little more for the snake with a $2 tip. Thank you, Donna. I love you. Appreciate you. Donna, a big supporter of mine. Appreciate you, Donna. All right, let's continue.
Are you going to sue?
So we have multiple videos, and this is all allegations. He's speaking to all the allegations. Now, this is Mr. Beast talking about why he didn't say anything sooner, right?
And part of that investigation is they recommended that I not talk about drama or really do anything online because it might influence, witnesses or any people they might interview or ex-employees. So it's a little unfortunate because I had told them, okay, I'll wait till the investigation is over. I believe that was literally like a week before the dog pack video came out. And then truthfully, just in transparency, I've never done one of these like big investigations before. And in my head, it was going to last like 2 or 3 weeks. It ended up taking a couple months. Apparently combing through all the documents and doing all the interviews and everything just took way longer than I thought, because I've never had to bring in a top tier law firm and a former federal prosecutor and let them, do this really big thing. And so that kind of concluded a couple weeks ago when I put out the tweet of the follow-up. Like that was the day I got the conclusion of it. And I was like, okay, in transparency, I'll throw this out. So up until that point, it was, I told Quinn Emanuel that, to protect the integrity, I wouldn't do anything or engage in any of this drama. And then after that, yeah, like you said, a lot of stuff had come out between when the investigation started and when it ended. And I was just kind of like, whoa, I don't really know how to like hit this stuff. And I made like a little response video, but that's just kind of not my style, where I just kind of like put a lot of the information that I assume we're going to talk about here out. And it just felt weird. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, I've never been in a situation where people have thrown this much stuff at me. And I definitely could have handled it better. Like I probably should have, like the second I could have talked, like, I don't remember the exact date, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we put that report out, probably should have done something like this right then. If I could go back in time, I would. And yeah, that's kind of like the brain dump. And then here I am.
Yeah. So I was going to ask, you answered it towards the end, but like, do you regret that? Obviously.
Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would do what we're doing here. Cause I assume this is like the correct format. It's going to be a little bit more free flowing and natural. And I wouldn't have wasted so much time like trying to do a response. It's just not my thing. I like so much better, or I'm assuming, I mean, we just started, but I think I'm going to like so much better being asked the questions and answer it instead of just like sitting in a chair like this, answering it. It just feels a little more natural.
All right. Okay. Calm down, Mr. Beast. Calm down. All right, here we go. Mr. Beast denies rampant use of CGI in his videos. I really, really, really hope he does talk about Chris Tyson. Because if he does, he's going to obviously say, oh, I had no idea Chris was this degenerate this whole time. And also the thing with, what was his name? Denver? Wisconsin? What was that guy's name? It was something like that. The guy that was a registered offender. I forget his name.
So why do you choose to use it?
Good question. And yes, I do think rampant use of CGI can undermine it. And I try to do my best to be transparent.
Yes.
Did you ever see So Crispy's video where they showed the behind the scenes of our Squid Game video?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so we've done that. We've done lots of BTS videos on them, and we've done other BTS videos. So I try to show it transparently, but let me think about it. I mean, honestly, the truth is, like, can you, obviously there are channels like Corridor Digital and stuff like that, but can you really think of any like, entertainment channels like mine that really do this, like even have the budgets to kind of do this kind of stuff? It's something I've always thought a lot about, because like we're really pushing boundaries, and like I want to like keep leveling things up, and I think that's a cool way to do it. But it's not like there's some like playbook on how to like incorporate it, right? Because no one else really does it. Like something I was thinking about is like also we rarely use it. Like, I mean, maybe like 0.5%, 0.1% of my shots. Like if we have like a background that like doesn't look too cool, like it's just like black, but it looks a little off, we'll just like darken it out in post. Like that's like majority of what we do, or sometimes we'll extend a set. But I was thinking like when we do, because bro, we pour millions of dollars into these videos. We build massive sets. Like we go through so much links to make these huge videos. And the last thing I want is people to be like questioning whether or not things are CGI. I mean, like the sets we build are fucking crazy, man. Like it's wild. Like you should come see the like behind the scenes of it. I mean, sometimes we spend 100 days just literally building one room for one shot of one video.
That's insane.
So yeah, I was thinking like
a lot of this is Mr. Beast flexing.
Maybe just potentially, I don't know. This is the first time I'm saying it publicly, like time stamping in the description when we do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, or like having some like gimmicky thing where like whenever we do, we like put like a little Beast logo on it, so it's like a thing that if people wanted to identify, they could. I mean, I'm down to figure something out. I mean, we just don't really use it that much. It's just like a thing few and far between. But what I really don't want is people to not be able to trust my videos just because occasionally I want to make a wall blacker, or like I want to extend a set a little bit just to make it look cooler and like you feel in tune with it. Because what we do on its own,
it's going to be hard to prove a lot of it's CG, right? Which is kind of where this dog pack issue is. You know, like it's going to be hard to prove a lot of this, which is probably why he's considering suing, and likely is what he says. Here is the illegal lottery, which is kind of like the biggest deal for me, the illegal lottery situation, right?
Was there any compliance, any steps taken to prevent this? What is your just perspective on that?
Yes. So I don't think we did. I have people looking into it and like trying to pull the footage and figure it out. You know, he disproved the two, which I mean, those were crazy. I don't want to just like speculate. I have a team looking into it. I don't think we did though. But regardless, just to be truthful, if people want a refund or think for whatever reason, like we did something wrong, like I'll send you a link that you can just put in the description where they can get a refund. Maybe
that kind of sounds like admitting guilt. Now, I think he definitely did illegal lotteries. There's no way you're going to get just random shit if you spend $50 right now. That's illegal lottery. It's open and shut. Obviously, he's not going to say he is, but you know, and saying he's offering refunds. Yeah,
you just throw it on the screen here.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, at the moment, that's all I really have to say. Maybe I could do a follow up in the future. I'm trying to, dig up all the footage from that live stream. This was like many years ago. Like this isn't like something I did 3 months ago.
Yeah, COVID. Was there any compliance?
All right, let's continue. There's so much. It's wild. And I never really trust this kind of like giant YouTuber interviews, giant YouTuber kind of thing. But hey, man. My dogs are running all over the freaking house. Mr. Beast child slaver. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's see what Mr. Beast says about child labor.
The company that is the gold standard that has been living and breathing this for the last 15 years is Tony's Open Chain, or Tony's Chocolonely. Have you heard of them? Yes. Yeah, I mean, phenomenal. They are nuts about this stuff. Like they've done all the research. They live and breathe it, like on how to eliminate child labor, how to best support the farmers, how to everything you can think of, which I'm about to go in depth on. And so I was like, hey, I need to talk to these guys. These guys know what they're doing. And so I spent a lot of time with them, and we actually formed a joint partnership with where we sourced through Tony's Open Chain with Feastables and Tony's Open Chain when we were moving over there. And this has been a thing well before the controversy. Before anyone says, "Oh, it's only because of controversy," it was a thing before the controversy. And basically, 100% of Feastable's cocoa is fair trade certified, which is expensive. It's basically the most expensive certification you can have on it, which for most chocolate companies would be enough. You get your cocoa fair trade certified, and then like, do you even know what fair trade certified means? Okay. Do you think your viewers know? No. So if someone was like, you're unethical, and I just said my beans are fair trade certified, my chocolate, 99% of people would be like, okay, good enough. That makes sense. So like, I could have just hid behind that, but I didn't think fair trade. I don't think that's enough. And so,
okay, so here's my issue with this, and I think it's good he's finally talking about it. My issue is the fact that he's not talking about Delaware. He's not talking about Chris Tyson. These are the things people are really pissed off about. The CG, no one gives a flying fuck about the CG thing. I don't know why this is continuously brought up by people defending Mr. Beast. How does CG? No one cares about that. They care about Delaware, Chris Tyson, and fucking the lotteries. They don't care about anything else. But every time there's allegations tackled, it's CG and mold in lunch leaves. Like what? No one gets what? No. What about Chris Tyson in Delaware? What about these guys? He does talk about Delaware. Timestamp me CPPT. CPPCT. Is it in this thread? It might not be in this thread. I would like to see. Actually, I'll find it. Because that's like my biggest gripe. Beast Delaware. I spelled Delaware wrong. I'm just like the quarter. Delaware. If anybody got that joke, I appreciate it. Fucking Walmart. Where's Delaware? Delaware. Where the fuck is is there not a clip for that? There has to be a clip about the Delaware guy. I can't. It's not even on YouTube. Let's try again. Let's try a little bit more in depth here. Oh my God. Don't forget Lakoya Hill, by the way. That's a big one. I can't find anything on it. Let's read what CCP's saying, because CCP's got the inside scoop. By the way, we're 480 from Fight Milk, and we're 8 likes from 300. Get on it, doggone it. All right. Thank you, Bang Kitty. What's up? It says he hired him from Best Buy and shows he had the name Delaware on his Best Buy name tag before he hired him. What does that have to do with anything, though? Like during and after his investigation where he's a registered offender, right? He was still working for Mr. Beast. He just had a mask on. So that's kind of like my gripe here, right? Dogpack has Dogpack responded. If I was Dogpack and I really didn't have much money, and he's doing pretty good from his videos if he had added, I don't know if he knows, but otherwise, yeah, I would just fucking go all out. I would just continue. CPP says he was unaware of the background. He figured Best Buy had done a background check. That's stupid. He probably shouldn't talk about it. I'll figure Best Buy would take care of it. It's fine. It's completely fine. Sneezing. Here we go, boys. It's over. I'm sneezing hard. Bang Kitty says, when can we Gus kick back? Eat hot wings? Where? What? What? Oh, God, it's bad. All right, Redneck Hipster. I'll pull it up. I'll just go to the YouTube video. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm just going to go to the video. You can't count on people. I feel like the reason some people aren't bringing certain stuff up is because they defend Mr. Beast and they don't want any of the things that could be construed as him admitting to something that's kind of stupid. You know, there's a lot of them out there. I don't think there's anything wrong with being transparent, but you know how it is sometimes. All right, here we go. Let's pull this up. A bro knot. What is a bro knot, and where are you? Are you around me or something?
Oh my god! I was like, whoa.
We're just talking about optics, though. is
Okay,
my point.
optically.
Right. Optically.
People who fell for
Right.
the optics. Yes.
But that's the lowest common denominator. That's what makes this entire world that we're in go round, is how people are reacting to things. You can't expect people to be to go out of their way to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So
yeah.
it's super important to consider all that.
yes.
But yeah, and obviously it's been proven now that he is Mr. and misinformation combined, right? It's for someone like me who actually cares about, like, I like to pretend that I care about the truth of things, and I don't want someone like you who has worked very hard objectively to get where you're at. I don't want you to be slandered or for people to lie about you, etc. But at the same time, you know, like, you are the one who's going to win. You are the one who will always win. You're the top, right? Like, you got this big thing, so you have the most responsibility, and you've got to be the best guy.
Cognizant of the implications it would have.
Yeah.
But it's
So-
also on the reverse side. It potentially caused people to not want to spread misinformation and not.
Of
course. Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome, because it's like, I mean, it was funny the day that I filmed that.
The only thing I dislike about these interviews is how the interviewer always sucks him off. Look, that's fine. And maybe he's doing it because he gave him the interview. But remember Shannon Sharp's interview with Kamala Harris? Like, every other second, he was like, "You're so great. You do so good. You're so amazing. You're so impressive. We're so proud of you." I'm like, the fuck you doing? We're supposed to be getting down to the truth here. Why are you sucking her off? Fucking weird. You know? And also the fact that he said now it's been proved that all of this was misinformation. I'm like, it's been proved? I think a few of Dogpack's claims have been refuted, but not all of them. Especially not about old Rekieta.
Video, I got a box of Lunchley sent to my house as if it was like some kind of sign, or like, I don't know why or how or who sent me it or what. I don't know how the fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. It was good. It's like, you know, it's just the quick snack food. And that's what it is. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing. It's like, sure, less bad, whatever, but who the fuck cares? If you're doing something like that, what you're saying there, that's leaps and bounds better.
I know.
Right?
I'm very
That's
excited.
Leaps and
I'm
bounds
like,
better.
I want it out so badly, but it's probably going to be early next year. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. People allege that you hired a registered sex offender named Delaware. There's a big whole conspiracy with it.
Uh-oh.
Why did you hire Delaware? And were you aware that he was a sex offender before you hired him? By the way, to preface this question, this is something that I think a lot of people probably feel like is really important.
It is.
You know, so, you know, that in mind, that this is one of the most important things to me. I would love to hear the full truth response.
Before we get to that, Volan says, I immediately don't trust anyone who uses the word misinformation constantly. 100%, 1000%, 5000% agree with you. When I hear people say misinformation, I don't trust anything they're saying. Right? Now, whether it's true or not, it's just stop using that word, because too many people use it as an excuse, and I don't like it.
From you in regard to this.
Yeah, and I'm excited to put it out there, because I think what people are envisioning is completely different than what actually happened. Yes, I did hire him, but for the context around it, I hired him when I was 19, so I was a teenager, and this is
Well, good. Since he's a teenager, he isn't accountable, luckily.
kind of leans a little bit into what we were talking before. This is back when it was just a couple of my friends from high school, my mom. My videos were getting bigger. I needed more help. And so I walked in, because I'm dumb. Like, I probably should have gone on some site and hired people who had production experience, but instead I walked into my local Best Buy and I just hired multiple people. Obviously, when I was a teenager, I didn't know what a background check was. And I just hired a couple people there that wanted to help me make videos. One of them was the person named Delaware. And no, I did not know he was a registered sex offender. There's
Well, there you good. Yeah, all your sins have been washed away. I had no idea. Next question.
rumor that's gone around that said that he sat me and my mom down and told us. obviously, I don't remember that happening. And when I read that tweet, the first thing I did was I called my mom and I was like, hey, this is like 7 or 8 years ago. Just put this in context. 7 or 8 years ago, not indicative of my company today, but I was like, did this happen? Because someone's claiming this happened. My mom said, I would have literally quit or honestly probably shut the business down before I ever let my teenage son hire a registered sex offender knowingly, which I have a very protective mom. So, I mean, even if you don't believe me, you should at least believe that. I feel like it's not absurd to believe that.
If you don't believe me, ask my mom. She knows the truth. Also, how do you not know what a background check is at 19? I had to do a background check when I was 16 for my second job. Right? Piggly Wiggly, I don't think did a background check.
My mom,
I was 14 or 15.
Wouldn't have knowingly let her teenage son hire a registered sex offender. Like that just doesn't even, like, in what world does that even make sense?
Yeah,
it's like that. Just, I mean, that's not even rooted in reality. So, but yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing that happened. Not that this, I take accountability. Yes, if I could go back in time, I would tell teenage me, hey, you're supposed to do background checks. 19-year-old me, he stared at retention charts all day. He obsessed over YouTube videos. He didn't know anything about running a business. Like, I can't fully put myself in the mind of me 7 years ago, but I'm sure teenage me also thought like, hey, Best Buy is worth tens of billions of dollars in a big corporation. Like, they also didn't do background checks. And like, I probably thought like, oh, I'm hiring from this big business. It's probably fine. You know what I mean? Or maybe I didn't put much thought into it because I was just making videos. But regardless, we do background checks now, and we do these things. I've been doing it for a long time, and it's just an unfortunate thing. But I just for context though, just to give to a lot of people listening, like, or watching, I called after that stuff came out too, because I was just curious. I called like, I don't know the exact number, maybe like 24 YouTubers, and I asked them like, do you guys do background checks? And I think like a dozen of those YouTubers have like more than 10 employees, and literally only 2 of the like 24 YouTubers I called do them. Like 6 of them were like, I don't even know how to do a background check. You know what I mean? And they all had employees. So like,
That's fine, man.
I do, not that I'm not trying to deflect anything or whatever. I'm just trying to give context. Like, it's like, it is a little much to just think that 19-year-old me was just supposed to know that and have this knowledge, and it's unfortunate. And like I said,
yeah. And to be,
You want me to fix his response there? Because that was a terrible response. Because it was just source, trust me, bro. Source, trust me, bro. Here's what Mr. B should have said. Yeah, I hired that guy. I didn't really know anything about the background. That was my fault, and I should have known. I'm a dumbass. And I regret that so much now. But luckily, he's nowhere even near my business, and I do background checks through and through. So put that part of me behind me. But he's like, oh, I was young and I didn't know. And ask my mom. What are you doing? Just be transparent, man. You don't have to give a 5-minute explanation. Just be transparent. I made a mistake. I apologize. Exactly. That's so easy, I feel like. Yay for 1 month, Jenny. I feel like it's been so much longer. What's up, baby? I feel like I've seen your beautiful damn flower logo for so long.
to be fair,
Why didn't he ask about Delaware's mask? Why is he not going to ask about Latoya? CC. Does he ask about Lakoya? Which is like hyper fucked up guy? Because there was a lot of weird shit about that guy. Yeah, maybe you know what I mean.
saying that you're the guy back then, you weren't the guy.
I was not the guy.
So you're
I was calling what I had back then a company was would be generous.
that was the bully. You were the bully.
that was the boy. And but yeah, now I have hundreds of employees. We obviously have rigorous standards for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and to speak on that as well, we do background checks for everyone who works at our we have a video game development company and a candy company. Obviously, both those background checks. But my YouTube channel, I think I've hired 2 people from Indeed. Both of them have been given background checks, and everybody else.
Did you background check this guy?
Nope, I've known him for 7 years.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. You know what I hate? I hate how all of them talk about their candy companies. Why you guys all do the same shit? You launch candy companies and drink companies, and you rely on 12-year-olds to buy them. I can't stand these people. That's just my opinion. That's not like a dig. Can't stand that shit. Buy my candy and my energy drinks. Little 12-year-olds.
Big whale.
Yes.
All right. Another guy.
An entire dog pack video.
Yeah, dude. He also has a mustache as well. I'm not sure if You know, there's an interview with a former employee and contestant named Jake Weddle in which he alleges inhumane treatment on set, even war crimes. Use the term of phrase war crimes. How do you respond to these allegations, and do you plan on putting procedures in place to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Yeah. Glad I can talk about this one. So I think I should set the floor because maybe not everyone here fully even knows what the challenge was or anything. So yeah, I think it would make sense to. So for the Weddle video, Jake Weddle was the person who competed in one of my videos. The video was we built a room in our studio, and then the challenge was every day you live in this room, you win $10,000. And then it was like kind of like a white padded room. There's like a pool table, a bed in there, bunch of other items, blah blah. And let me just gather my thoughts on this one. How do I want to say? I think the best way to talk about this is to also talk about how we did similar videos with other people, because one of the things is like multiple people can do the same thing and experience it differently. That's what's a little tricky about these like contestant-based videos. I can never know 100% how something's going to affect someone, right? So similar to the Weddle video, I just want to lay the foundation before we go in specifically to that. Similar to that, we also did a video where we put did you see the video where we put 2 people in a room, Bailey and Susie, 100 days trapped together? So one thing that Weddle struggled with was the lights being on, and he mentioned that in the video. But Bailey and Susie, on day 20 of 100 Day Trapped Together, I offered to turn the lights off for part of the prize pool, and they said no. And like the lights wasn't, I mean, I'm sure it was difficult, but it wasn't like that big of a difficulty for them. And so it's like something for them that's not that big of a difficulty. For other people can be, you know, challenging and hard. And like what I'm trying to say is you never know how someone's going to react to something, right? It's impossible to fully predict. And so that's one of these variables of these challenges, which is why we give people the ability to quit, you know what I mean? Or to leave at any point. And so in his video, you know, he went 11 days, $110,000. Right. I believe it was 11 days. Yes. And then he decided to quit on that day. And, you know, he mentions this in his video, like around day 11 or 12. I don't know what the day is off the top of my head, but he was struggling. And so we did turn off the lights. We sent a psychiatrist in there to check in on him. And we were like, yeah, he's not doing too well. And we ended the challenge and we paid him. Didn't go long enough where we got a video, so we didn't end up uploading it. But I think the big thing is just that's why we allow people to lead these challenges. Like my goal when doing these obviously isn't to like, you know, break.
I do like this. You can leave at any time kind of thing. Now, this is a corporate response. You know, well, you can leave, right?
People mentally or push them past their limits. It's just to like create an environment where they can challenge themselves and do something interesting or cool. And then when they've had it, like leave. You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of how I would describe it. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on what I'm saying?
I think that makes sense. It's important to note that it's also voluntary.
Yeah, it's a voluntary challenge. You can leave at any point.
Paid exponential amounts of money. Yeah. And you know, after all that stuff came out, and he sort of made the claims of how he was mistreated, et cetera, you reached out to him after the fact as well.
Yeah. I mean, now that I didn't want to bring that kind of stuff up, but yeah, also off camera after he made that video, I reached out and was like, hey man, like obviously we weren't trying to cause you any, you know, mental stress with that video or anything. And is there any way I can help? And I ended up, you know, he seemed like he really needed some financial help. So I ended up sending him $50,000 completely off camera or anything. I mean, he talked about it publicly so people know, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure he was good.
Oh, wow. You took money from Mr. Beast after all that stuff you said?
I would have 100% taken the money from Mr. Beast. Please give it to me, Mr. Beast. I appreciate you. Please. Thank you. Oh, by the way, we're 490 from Fight Milk. Oh, Mike, make sure you guys like the show, please. Thank you. I do have to say this is excruciatingly boring word salad, right? Now, look, I have no doubt in my mind that Dogpack has made some false claims. But I also have no doubt in my mind that Mr. Beast has fucked up. You know, so it's kind of like there's a lot of truth to each situation. That's kind of what's going on. There's truth in both stories. We're trying to figure out what the truth is. But I really do hope that Mr. B sends me 50 grand because I could use it. I'll put Lunchley on the side of my race car. What's up? Then suddenly I'm a Mr. Beast fan. Damn, Cody, you love Mr. Beast now? Yes. Of course I do. Of course I do. Yes. Of course. Of course. By the way, guys, since we got a lot of people in here, 500 people watching, make sure you like the show. Wednesday, the 27th. Yes, that's 4 days from now. I'm doing a 24-hour stream launching my new book, Ride and Die, on Indiegogo. Okay? Make sure you're there early because there are 3 tiers that are hyper limited. 2 of them are only one available. One of them's 50 available, and it's the most important tier. That's how you get to come to my races, VIP, get all the covers, all the gear, everything with it, all included. including your name on my every NASCAR race car I race in 2025. It does not matter what car it is or where it is. Your name will be on it. So don't miss that. It's going to be so important. We're going to have It's a Gundam will likely be there. Cecil, Zia, Salty. I think Katie Did's going to be there. I'm hoping Ethan Van Sciver will be there. I'm sure he'll show up. He's a good dude. John Malin, a lot of people. And if that changes at all before then, I will let you know. But this is going to be a huge launch. It could crash and burn, and that's fine too. But I'm just so excited and nervous. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. Camelot's the Alpha Vulture circling Mr. Beast's corpse. Shit, Mr. Beast is fine. He's fine, baby. He's fine. You ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to worry about it. Bane Kitty says, "What is a tier?" So it's a purchasable option on my campaign, like tiers, like tabs, tier list, right? Like cover A is a tier, cover B is a tier, cover C is a tier, all 3 covers is a tier, all 3 covers signed is a tier, T-shirt is a tier. These things right here, these tumblers, which are psycho quality, they're so nice. They're the company that makes them they're legitimately goated. They are good people. I know them personally. They also sponsor me in NASCAR. They're really good people. Tumblers will be available on there, and they'll have special designs on them. So it's gonna be cool, man. Very excited for that. Make sure you support your boy in this endeavor because this is a big one for me. So the tumblers are sick. They are awesome. They are awesome. Thank you, Spam a lot. Appreciate you. Hi, the camera. Badass James. Make sure you guys show up. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be absolutely wild. There's going to be this one will be available by itself, and then there are going to be 2 extra ones that are only available in the 3-pack. So if you want all 3 tumblers with the special art on them, you got to buy the 3-pack. But this one will be by itself for $30, I think. I'm out. 30 or 35. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I really appreciate that. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Alex, Mr. Revenge in Netherrealm says, imagine Mr. Beast in the middle of a police interrogation. I can imagine that wouldn't last too long before the cops are ready to put cuffs on him. Yeah, probably. He's been coached a lot, though. So there's that. There's that, Alex. So that's the harsh truth here. He has been coached. Thank you, Alex. I love you. Appreciate you, Alex. Keeping the super chats alive here late in the game. My boy, Revenge. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. You're a good dude. You're a good man. You are good man. Very good man. What else? Where is it? Who the hell that is? Okay. So you're saying it's not free? No, my book is going to cost money, Bang Kitty. Yeah. You know how much money I have? I can't give this shit away for free. Bro. Times be struggling. If I was Mr. Beast, it'd be free. That's for damn sure. But I'm not. It's not an ebook. It is not an ebook, and it's not a free book. It's a for real book. You guys want to see the cover by Salty? It is beautiful. The 2 covers I have released publicly are so badass. Ricardo Jaime, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, did such a good job. And so did Salty. I am so blown away by these guys. These guys are so talented. This is cover B, the variant by Salty. If you don't know, it's about a race car driver who's put in a difficult position and goes to hell to fight demon bitches. That's roughly what it's about. There, and yes, Cecil is in the book. He's one of the characters in my book because it's loosely based on real life. So there you go. And that is cover A. I will show you this is cover B. I will show you now cover A. Cover A by Ricardo Jaime is also freaking beautiful. Beautiful. Here it is right here, guys. God, what a beautiful freaking These guys are so talented. I am so blown away with how good they do work. So, and then the next one is by Biz, which I have a picture for, but I'm going to wait until it's more done before I do that. Yeah, MA, I agree with that, dude. Completely agree. Sean with 1 gifted membership. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. The gifted memberships mean a lot to me. Somebody did like 20 or 30 recently, and that just blew my mind. It almost got me teary because those memberships, they help a lot. They really, really do. Love you, Jenny. Love you, Richard. Did you background check Ginger? No. That's why I fired him. Found out he was a degenerate. A degenerate. Will you be releasing an audiobook? Yes. At 100,000, I will be releasing an audiobook in backing if we hit 100,000. And I will be acting out the characters. It's going to be so stupid. I'm excited. The artist that did God Slap, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The artist that did God Slap is doing it, all the interior work. I have 6 pages that are going to be posted on the campaign. You will see them all Wednesday. So get ready. Get ready. Get Cecil to do that. You know what? I might get Cecil to do his voice. That would be fun. Well, I don't know. He did. I don't know if he's going to have time. He don't like me. He said he hates my ass. He said I don't want to be involved with you anymore. And I said, all right, dude, whatever. That's not. I'm just joking, by the way. Cecil's my boy. I will be hanging out with Cecil in Daytona. I'm staying with Cecil in Daytona, obviously. Anyways. Oh my God, my roommate also wants to Mr. Beast. Are you? What the hell you doing? All right. Roll into Gilead. Are you not a Trumper? Are you not a fan of Trump? Gilead? Wow. Damn. I wear my Trump workout t-shirt every day to the gym. Every day. And it's got Trump and he's shredded. It's fucking awesome. I'm not overtly like passionate about politics. I am in it for the memes. What about the album, Donna? The album is loosely, I've already started working on 2 songs, Donna, but I don't want to announce that until I see how the book's going to do. So, yeah, it's a big commitment, Donna. Writing and recording music is so hard. I've written 3 songs for the album I was going to release with this book, but I'm going to see how it goes. If it does, it looks like it's going to do well, I'll announce it. But I don't want to go ahead and start putting in a lot of work to the recordings, and then it like falls on its face, and then I'm like stuck with these recordings, and I never want to finish them because demoralization is a thing. Demoralization is a thing, boys. Show enough. All right, boys. Don't forget Monday, I will be back with a show Monday. Do not forget. New videos coming out. Do not forget. I'm racing full-time in NASCAR next year. Do not forget. Very important shit. And also, I will be launching a new show on YouTube next year. I'm going to start investing in it monetarily at the end of December. I'm going to be redesigning my studio, and we will have a new guest on a 1 day a week on an exclusive show that's going to be on this channel 1 day a week. And I will show you. Slangin says, why no show on Monday? No, I said I will have a show on Monday. Slangin Anners. I'll be back Monday. I will have a show Monday. Yes. Exclusive. Ty Goblin. When I first learned about Trump, he was divorcing his first wife. I've been divorced, Roland. Do you hate me now? You son of a bitch. Roland, how dare you? Look, she left me, okay? She left me. You're designing your studio? Yeah. It's going to be an in-studio show. I'm going to have people in the studio. So they're going to be in this room with me. And I'm going to fly people in once in a while to do the show. So I really want to have fun with it. So I really want to do something new and fun. And, I know you guys want to see it. And I always have 500 people watching my streams no matter what I'm talking about. So You know, I really appreciate the OG support. I am a nobody. I am the most normal dumbass freaking guy in the world. And it's really humbling and cool to see people that just show up and watch me talk about whatever. It's really cool. And it's really cool that people choose to support me in racing. And I don't remember what I was doing. Maybe it was yesterday. But I was thinking about, you know, being at Daytona and racing, and I'm just like, I can't believe I'm in this spot right now. This is this is the coolest shit I've ever experienced. And I get down a lot, and I've been down a lot recently. I've been really, really down a lot recently. And it was really nice to have that moment. Like, I think it was yesterday. I was like laying on my couch, and I just had this weird revelation. I'm like, God, I know you know, I've been struggling financially just because of racing. It's not anybody else's fault. It's my fault. You know, racing's fucking expensive. But I'm making waves, and we got next year planned out really nice, so I'm good. But I'm just really happy to be in the spot I'm in, and I'm really happy that people like Helena and Sean, people that show up, that have been showing up for years before I was even doing any of this shit, and they still throw jack off hippos at me and still care about me, and I still get to see them all the time. That's really cool, man. And I don't want to be sappy and lame and gay, but I just appreciate everybody for doing everything you do for me. And I'm just waiting for it all to end, and it's still going, and I'm just having a lot of fun, man. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really happy. So that is all due to you guys. Just choosing to support my ass, whether it's with a like, a gift of membership, a super chat, or just talking to me in chat. I know a lot of you haven't super chatted in years, and I still talk to you all the time, and I love you. You know, so you don't have, that's not an obligation. That is not a must. You do not have to do that. No one has to ever do that. So I appreciate that. Now you do have to back my book. That's a requirement. Come on, let's go. Let's do Neck and Snake, boys. We're gonna do Neck and Snake for the 381st stream in a row. You guys are the goats. You're the legends. I appreciate you guys so much. So much. And Sean for 10 gifted memberships. My boy. My boy. Thank you so much, Sean. This dude does so much for me. I can't thank him enough. I'm wearing his shirt. I got the shirt on, dude. He's my boy. And he has an awesome dog named Craig. Fuck, I love Craig. I've been thinking about Craig a lot. Oh, Craig. It's a bulldog. He's a crazy little dog. I love his stupid little face. He got such a stupid little face. He's good. Oh, fuck that one up. I didn't get to take it in. Take the toke. You guys ready for Neck and Snake for the 381st stream in a row? And then we're going to raid Egg Boy. Project Egg Roll. Where is he? He has our girl. Where's our girl at? X-Ray. Hold on. Is X-Ray not on here anymore? This bitch. We're gonna give him some love anyway. Incoming raid. All right, boys. Let us do Naked Snake. Let's go. You guys ready? You guys ready? $381 in a row. Hit the like button. Hit it hard. Hit it true. Hit it strong. Wednesday, 24-hour Ride and Die Volume 1 stream. Tons of guests. Don't miss it. We're down 20 pounds. You guys ready? 20 pound less Cody.
With darkness and silence through the night. What of me? I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
Here we go, boys. Donna with the first blue boy.
You're so supreme. I give my life
eater in my time. There be nobody else. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. Here we go. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. Zan. James.
Someday we'll go red. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a
Lisa.
a trial to survive.
Oh my God. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Like the shows, cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. Amazing 381 shows in a row, boys. Damn. Thank you guys so much. Wow. 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 Lisa, I love you. Real quick, Jason of TGA says being broken doing what you love is way better than being paid and hating yourself. 1,000%. Thank you, Jason, on the $10 Rumble rant. Rakin, you a bitch. Hey, Rakin, did you see the group chat? I put you in the group chat for the 24-hour stream. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Keep in mind, Wednesday, 24-hour stream. The 27th of November is the launch of my book, Ride and Die, Volume 1. It is a big one. It's a pivotal moment in my life. I'm very nervous, but I'm very, very, very excited. Cautiously optimistic. So thank you guys so much for that. We're gonna raid Project Egg Roll if he's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive. Give him some love in the chat. Say Cam raid. I'll see you guys over there. We'll be back Monday, of course. We'll be back Wednesday with the big show. Don't miss it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Get on it. Dog. Gone it. Thank you, Roland. I love you, dude. I had you back. Oh, by the way, the stream tentatively will be starting at noon on Wednesday and going till noon on Thursday.